What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 26th day of September, and here we are sitting at about 1.05 cents. We've got about, how much time left? 10 hours, 42 minutes left in this day. Chilling, looking like we want to go lower probably. I would expect that we do have lower prices to go. I don't think we bounce here. Any kind of bounce here would be much like what we saw on the 24th here, just kind of a short-lived experience, up and then down. All these little fake scam wicks that we get to the upside throughout this whole range down. That's basically what I would interpret would happen next if we were to move up at all. All in all, I very much do expect that we go lower. The target area for those of you who are concerned would be from from a low here to a high there would be about 0.009. So just over a 10% drop from where we are here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I don't think that it's worth selling here. If you want to, that's fine. But if you sell here and the price pumps, you better not chase. You better wait and hope that it comes back down. Because right now, the reason why we don't sell is because you're at the low. If you wanted to sell, you sell at the relative highs. You sell at the relative highs. And that's where we're in kind of a tricky situation, because even if we do get relative highs, we know where this thing's going to go. You don't want to sell on the way up. You want to sell at the top, right? That's the idea. And I think the top will be well above 20 cents, you guys. I want to look at OnyxCoin here. Just looking at this, I was reading some of these comments. I think they're funny. This one, Layla coin, XCN, half the XCN community when it drops 2%. All that we see or seem is but pain within pain. Edgar Allan Poe, probably. That's funny. I think that's really funny, right? Whenever it drops 2%, it's another day. When it drops 10% in a week, it's another day, man. We don't really care at this point, right? Or if you do care, you're probably on the verge of panic selling, and that's not good, man. Don't sell the lows, right? We know at this point that within this range here, within this consolidation phase, we're definitely coming to the end of it, right? We've reached full maturity. It's obvious that we pumped, we came back down, we pumped again, we came down a little bit more softly. The bearish trend is a little bit softer here than it was there, and we have higher lows overall. This chart is anything but bearish. It's just very trying. It's very time consuming, let's say, and only the patient will be rewarded. Patience pays in this game, you guys, but if you get impatient here and you try to make any fancy moves, you can mess this thing up before it actually really rips to the upside, and I don't want to see anybody do that. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this is a time to buy, not to sell. If you bought throughout this range and you're feeling like, man, I should sell here, my question to you would be, if you didn't buy at this high, if you didn't buy at this high, if you didn't buy throughout this range, you had all the money in XCN that you've put in there, but you had it now in cash, would you buy here? Or would you be like, I'm not going to buy this thing. I'm glad I didn't buy it. You'd probably think about buying here because we know where it's going to go. I want to read some of these comments because I thought some of them were funny. Let's just see. This guy says we should be going back up soon. I hope so. There's this guy on YouTube that keeps telling me that we're going to go up. I don't know about that. This guy here says fifth wave price target. I don't know if we're in a fifth wave. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe. I'm not the most experted person in Elliott wave theory, but I would say this is more wave 1. That's wave 2, and then this is wave 3, I would think. I don't think this is wave 1, 2, 3. It could be. It could be. But this isn't really impulsive. To me, this seems more impulsive. I mean, maybe it is, but again, I'm not the most experted person. It's either a wave 3 or it's a wave 5. Who cares? Either way, it's bullish. So I agree with you, though. 20-cent target probably, if not a little bit higher, would be my guess. 26 to 32 cents. Even when there's good news, the price must rise and instantly fall. Yes. Yes, yes. Speaking of which, is there any good news? Let's actually look and see here. We've got Goliath mainnet coming online, you guys, any day now. Any day. Or not mainnet, sorry, testnet. If I've said mainnet, forgive me. I mean testnet. Every time it says testnet, and I've said testnet before, but I say mainnet because it's like a habit to say that, I guess. I don't know. Let's see here. Hold on. OnyxCoin. Mufasa, I don't have time for you, bro. I love you, but you're distracting. I've had to like remake this video 3 times because of him, man. Or it's because of me. Maybe it's because I'm tired and I'm just blaming him. I don't know. You're okay. You're a good boy. Yeah. But I'm trying to make this video here, okay? Let's see. 2 hours ago, who's already gaining XRP yield on Onyx Ledger via the 10% passive Onyx point allocation? That's pretty cool. Nothing new. Yeah, nothing new so far. Okay, cool. So we're just waiting, man. Waiting on that Goliath testnet to come out. I would expect once that testnet comes out, we'll probably be at the lows, you guys, and we might even drop a little bit more. Maybe there's some glitches, maybe there's some mishaps that happen with the testnet. You know, I don't think so. Typically, with that, with testnets, you never know what you're getting. You never know if if it is going to be buggy or not, and they have to kind of recalibrate things. But they tried to do this. When I say they, I mean the Onyx DAO. They tried to release the Goliath testnet back in was it April of this year? Was it February? Maybe it was March, somewhere in that time frame, and they pulled it. They pulled it, and now they're releasing it the second time. So I would assume this time, you know, they learned their lesson. They're probably going to release it with as minimal bugginess as possible, I would think. Therefore, if they release the testnet and everything operates smoothly, I would think that that's good for OnyxCoin. That should boost the price, if anything. But maybe initially we get a little sell-off. Remember, the testnet comes online, I think, by the end of this month. Let me see here. Hold on. Where's the countdown? I was going to say, did they just delete the countdowns, thinking we wouldn't notice? So this is on the 21st, 9 days, 10 hours. So yeah, that's the 30th. So by the 30th, it's the 26th now. Any day now or sooner should be whenever we get that big announcement. Maybe we get an initial pump from it, but again, don't get too excited if we pump from that news. Typically, you sell the news, you don't buy the news. That's just my thoughts here. I won't be doing this, yeah. I won't be saying I called it. Definitely not. I don't know if I'm the hipster he's referring to. Is that how you spell hipster, or is that a hypester? Maybe it's a hypester. I like seeing all these bullish comments. People are definitely determined here. That's good. That's good. Normally I see some bearish comments, but I thank you guys. I really do think that all the bears have sold out. We're just waiting at this point for the rest of the markets to turn up. I think that's really what it is. OnyxCoin could move up on its own, but we know from past experiences, typically you move up best whenever the rest of the market's moving up. You move down with the market, you move up with the market. You could top off at your own time, but you'll probably move up once others and Bitcoin starts to move up as well. So all in all, I think that we're just chilling. We'll probably come down to 0.009, as I said in the beginning of the video. That's right around the base of this area here. That's also right around the base of the land of the rising sun, which you guys remember was back here. This is when Justin Sun came out saying that OnyxCoin was a scam. They were doing some illegal trading or whatever. Maybe they were. I don't know. But it was that good kind of manipulation, clearly, because it was setting the price. Do some of that again. Hey, Onyx DAO, do that. Whatever Justin Sun was upset about back here, do that again, because it seemed to work out well. He took it back. He deleted all his posts. He didn't like it. They came to some kind of agreement, right? And that's why we call this the land of the rising sun. I think that this will hold us up, right? Whether it's 0.0096, 0.009 itself, or at the low there, 0.008, as it did hold us here. I think it will hold us here as well, and we will continue to rise and shine as time goes on. I don't know how high we're going to go by the end of the year, but I do believe that at the very least we'll be at 26 to 32 cents. And again, that could happen. That really could happen. I know it sounds crazy, but it could happen by the end of October or maybe early November. By the end of the year, I truly wouldn't be surprised at all if we were at higher prices than that. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. I don't really have anything else that I want to say, so I'll probably just end the video there. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's look at some short-term stuff real quick, okay? Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. I don't like the 1 hour RSI. It's boring. Stochastics are bearish, rejecting the overbought zone but living in the oversold zone. And the MACD is bearish too. Building bullish momentum, but that your bullish momentum building is just you not moving down. That's not bullish, right? If you're building bullish momentum, move higher. Don't just move sideways, flatline. Bearish on the 4 hour RSI. Bearish on the stochastics, and of course, same kind of concept here on the MACD. Yeah, they're all bearish. Man, that MACD is not friendly. Rejecting the zero like that, that's not friendly at all. Building bearish momentum here. Yeah, these are not friendly indicators right now. I want to look at the ribbon, then we can wrap this video up, okay? Bearish. That's really all I have to say. Looks bearish to me. Yeah, we rejected here. That promotes lower growth. We're absolutely going to see lower lows, you guys. But I think we're getting to that point where things are going to start turning around. What we don't want to see is we don't want this weekly ribbon to cross down. So we need to get above about 1.35 cents, or 1.3 cents before the end of October. If we're down here or lower by the end of October, we know we're in trouble. Okay, that's maybe a good time to panic at that point. But I don't think we're gonna have that. I really do think that we're gonna slingshot back up here with a certain tenacity, a certain amount of life, vitality. What's the word I'm looking for? Ferociousness. It's going to be dramatic whenever we do when we do snap back higher. But if we're down here by the end of October, I think that would be enough to flip this thing bearish, let alone if we move lower by the end of October. But I don't think that's going to happen. There's one more thing I wanted to look at. Just for fun, what's the pi cycle top? Does it tell us on here? Is there enough to go off of? Yes. Look at that. It's not perfect like it is for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, it was perfect, but hey, that was still pretty good. We might use this on our next one to see if it comes in line. The pi cycle top's determined by the red line crossing above the green line here. Once that happens, that's how we know that we have a top. That actually would signal then. We'd get that to signal at about 2.4, 2.7 cents. We could still grow though. It really only works for Bitcoin. There's a lot of cryptos that it's not the most accurate for. Actually, it's not the most accurate indicator, but for whatever reason, for Bitcoin it is. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point, so I'm gonna end the video there. Hit the like button, subscribe. I very much do believe OnyxCoin has a little bit lower to go. We're at the final moments of this bearish trend. Load up while you can. HODL, do not sell. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but do not panic sell here. And we'll just go from there, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.